How to come off professional as an actor in the business. Number one, you guys know your lines. If you're going into an audition, you have, let's say you have a week to learn your lines. Know your lines. Do not be going into the audition not knowing your lines. It's like, I remember I was working in casting and some people were coming into the audition not knowing their lines. And I was like, you got this a week ago, right? They're like, yeah. But why don't you know your lines? Oh, because my agent never sent them to me. Why didn't you ask your agent, hey, this is for a movie, is there lines? And they're like, well, they didn't give it to me. Don't blame stuff on your agent, you guys. You look really unprofessional. If you have a question, ask. If your agent won't get you the answer, find a way to the casting director and ask if you have an important question that you need to know. Number two, dress professional. Dress professional, dress in mind of the character. Don't be wearing too much makeup. Don't be wearing heavy jewelry. When you actually get the role, make sure you know your lines. Don't be coming to set not knowing your lines, because if you do that, you waste everyone's time. So make sure you know your lines. Make sure you've done your homework. And don't be talking to everyone unless there's a space and a time for that. If you're in an audition room and you clearly see somebody's trying to prep, don't be talking to them. Let them have their space. If you're the type of person that you want to talk before your audition, great. Do it outside. Okay, once you enter, you should be focused. And if you're the kind of person that you need to talk to other people, okay, great. Do it outside, because there are people that are trying to focus and you're distracting them by talking to everyone. And unless it's like, you're done with the audition, you're just saying bye, hi. When you come into the audition room, hit your mark. There's so many times that people don't even know what a mark is, and then we're like, hit your mark, or they were like, hit your mark, and they don't even know what a mark is. A mark is that little piece of tape on the floor that shows you where to stand when you're taping. Know how to slate, you guys. Know how to slate. Your slate is usually, unless the casting director says something, your name, your height, and your agency. So know how to slate. Hi, my name is Eliana. I'm 5 feet tall, and I'm with Innovative Artists and Alexander White Agency. So that's a slate. What else? To be professional, just do your homework. I mean, you could ask, but you don't be looking directly into the lens unless the director says, look into the lens. If you ask a director on a film, should I look in the lens or not? You're immediately telling the director you don't know what you're doing. So do not ever look into the lens unless the director says, look in the lens. Or if you're doing a let's say you're doing a audition at home with your phone, then you can say, hey, would you want me to look at the reader in the phone, or would you rather me look to this side? Oh, and get your self-tapes done on time. If your self-tape is due at 1 o'clock, don't be waiting till the last minute to put it in. Put it in 24 hours before, the latest, or a few hours before, but don't be waiting until the last minute to put it in. It gives your agent a headache to try to send it in, and by the time that happens, the casting director's already watched a bunch of tapes, usually. Also, be early to your auditions. 15 minutes early is on time. On time is late, and late is unacceptable. If you came in for an audition and you were late by even a minute, I would think you're not professional. I'd be like, why weren't you here 15 minutes before? And I probably wouldn't give you the job. I know a lot of casting directors are probably not that stick about it, but I think time is very important, and it shows who you are, and how you show up is by your time management a lot of the times. Be nice, you guys. Say thank you. Say thank you for your time, and leave. Don't be sitting there and be like, oh, did I do a good job? Because that's also not professional. They will normally never tell you if you've done a good job. They'll just be like, okay, thank you, good job. Or they'll just say, oh, okay, thanks. And then you're like, okay, thank you so much, and you leave. Be professional.